So, as I hate edge highlighting, I'm not going to do it as I paint this Rogue Trader era Ultramarine Veteran Captain Sergeant-y dude thing. Howdy folks, I'm Autumn Witch, and in this video I shall be painting a mini I have loved for decades but have never actually painted. This late Rogue Trader Captain, and I choose to do so highlighting only with dry brushes as much as I can. Why? Because my hands keep twitching today and I'm struggling to paint straight lines. Golden Demon, this ain't. But if you want to get models on the table looking good pretty fast, stick with me. Warp Fiend does the Golden Demon stuff on this channel if you are interested, so yeah, like and subscribe for a variety of content. I started from an off-white spray primer, as per usual. I grabbed Macragge Blue and layered 2 thin coats over the armour. Whilst I love the bright blue aesthetic of true ultramarine blue, Rogue Trader minis tended to have a darker, desaturated, grimier vibe, the original Grimdark, or proto-Grimdark. Personally, I think it was more down to inconsistent lighting when photographing those early models, but it birthed one hell of a vibe. I tidy up around the armour with Vallejo Dead White, and come in with Imperial Fist contrast paint on the trim and winged icon on his chest. That is not an Aquila. Gems on Space Marines were a big deal in 1st and 2nd editions, and I am totally here for the bling. Next, Baal Red on the bolter casing, pipes on his backpack, and the ropage things across his chest, and anywhere else I want to be red. The reason I'm going for bright colours here is in preparation for a later step which will tone the brightness down but maintain the richness. Or at least I hope it will. Next I go in with Black Legion on the metal areas, the gaps in the armour, or anywhere else that needs it. And after that I hit the pouches with snakebite leather and any parchment with Skeleton Horde contrast. So I saw Guy from Midwinter Minis do this trick, where even though you're going to do some dry brushing, you wet the end of your finger with some water and lightly coat the bristles. I can attest to its efficacy and that it also worked good. I use Vallejo Bone White and lightly dry brush the entire model. There are a load of small details on this model that really pop out on this step. And it desaturates the brighter colours a little, which was the desired effect. I love this part. I love it so much that I forgot to push the record button on the camera until it was mostly done. Yay! Egypt! So these are panel liners, enamel washes with tiny brushes for getting into all the little areas. Here I am using black to give that grimy look to everything. You can see right away how it ties all the colours together. It is essentially oil washing for dummies. Dummies like me. The dry brushing over the black has given the beginnings of a non-metallic metal look, which you could easily go with. However, I planned on true metallics, so true metallics it'll be. I chose Iron Breaker and quickly found out it had gone manky from 10 years of not being used. So I grabbed Runefang Steel instead and went in with almost a dry brush on the metallic parts. I then come in with Stormhost Silver to dot highlight the extreme parts, and also on the gemstones, which get a coat of Citadel's gemstone paints, in this case a Waystone Green and Spiritstone Red. The metallics then get some brown panel liner to represent degrees of oiliness. You know me, I always go for black rims. I would say that the basic Vallejo black is probably the best all-round black on the market today, but that is just my opinion. The top of the base gets a brown coat in case anything shows through the basing mix, which is Geek Gaming scrublands over a layer of Geek Gaming basing glue and then secured in place with a thin super glue dripped carefully over the top. I have loads of transfers for Ultramarines, almost 30 years worth. Because yes, it is 3D printed, banner is quite large, I'm going to grab some decorative transfers and slap them on with a good old combo of decal fixer and decal softener. Then just waiting for them to dry before a blast of matte varnish over the whole thing. And here we have the finished Mini. Not too bad for someone that's been having a really bad day. I love the modern stuff, but GW seem to be making details on newer models a lot busier, which is grand for the most part, but the charm of these hand sculpted minis is how much subtle detail they contain whilst being easier to paint. And no edge highlighting. Happy autumn! If you like this vid, please hit the various buttons below, and I'll catch you next time on Bleeding Tree Gaming.